On Stage is brought to you in part by Dream Weekend in New York, August 27 to 29. For tickets and info, visit dreamwkndny.com.
Mother and Son, the title of a just-released album by Mama Carmen and her son, Richie Stephens. An album that is widely believed to be the first of its kind in reggae. The son, Richie Stephens, will be right here on our stage to affirm or delete that belief. Another great Richie on our stage at this time is Richie Brown Skin Spice, who comes alongside Yaadcore with visuals for their brand new single. Some time ago, dancehall artist Darrio took time out to broaden his horizon in music. Wait until you hear what he achieved. But first, Guinness Top 10 Trending Songs in Jamaica this week, courtesy of YouTube.
Starting off our countdown at number 10, it's Skilly Bang with Internet War. At number 9, it's Diani and Jada Kingdom with Feelings Remix.
I close my eyes so I can see you in the darkness.
TJ Says Badness Me Know Bout at number 8. While Ritical has A Story at number 7.
Be like a fool, be life alone.
450 is still on his journey and comes in at number 6. Starting off our top 5, it's Shensia with Be Good. And Spice with Send It Up is number 4. Rolling Calf by Chronic Law comes in at number 3. While Squash with Racketeer is number 2. And Governor is back to his winning ways and jumps to number 1 this week with his new single, One Matic.
Strangers I get bigger. Put a trust in a people, you're dead quicker.
We'll be right back.
On Stage with Winford Williams. So much more than entertainment.
On Stage is brought to you in part by Dream Weekend in New York, August 27 to 29. For tickets and info, visit dreamwkndny.com.
A couple of years ago, dancehall artist Darrio took time out to broaden his musical horizon, not just in terms of artistry, but also to get a better grasp of the business of music. But what may surprise you most about Darrio, part of that time out was to learn an instrument, which Darrio will exhibit right here on our stage live. Yes. So right now, right here on our stage, Darrio. Sir Darrio. Welcome, boss. Okay, before, don't get too jump about the exhibition. Let's start first.
Good, man, relax.
Because you're also going to drop a video.
Yeah.
For us, a brand new track.
Brand new track, brand new video.
On which you may or may not have played.
No, I'm not playing for that track. Arif Cooper built that track, they produced that track. I'm playing for it.
I'm just jumping in the bridges. Okay, boss. So to connect the dots for us.
Yeah.
Between the last time you came and now.
All right, I don't remember the last time I came, but yeah, I remember what we did that talk about. Since then, I can say, I buckle down more in music now. Yeah. Like, I get more musical in terms of, I start read more, start learn more. I never have my publishing and everything to sort out properly. All of that fixed now, I want to fix it on the verge of fixing. As you mentioned earlier, I start learning to play an instrument. I form my own band. I have a 5-piece band called Fire Force Band.
Nice.
I mean, yeah, so most of my shows them now is band shows. I mean, even the live stream them in the pandemic time is all live with my band Fire Force.
So you went offshore Jamaica for a while, I take it?
No, actually, I do the same traveling like every other artist. It's just like my thing probably not loud in Jamaica, so my traveling not really seen by enough people. But like, I would just go do my regular tour, like I tour Europe every year since Corona start tour over there. Other than that, I do shows like Australia and them look a place the same way. So I wouldn't say I'm stationed now offshore. I'm still there yard, but enough time I would up on the road for like 2 or 3 months based on the schedule and the itinerary.
Okay, so what can you share with us about what you've learned?
What I learned is that music is not just music, it's also a business.
Yes.
You know what I mean? And too much of me and my co-worker them, we just because it's easy for we go into the studio and create a song and you know it probably take us 5 minutes. We don't realize that song you go day in our life for the next 500 years or 50 years or whatever the length of time is. You know what I mean? So I start take everything very serious right now and treat everything like business. You see me? So learn a whole heap.
One of the weaknesses that we have in our space is artists and their management quite often don't understand how markets work or the consumers of music, why they like or don't like something, and what are the influences around their decision to love or hate you. Why people like an artist and why do some who sometimes aren't even better than you in terms of artistry get so big and so powerful and become such a massive commercial brand. And some of us in Jamaica with greater talent, much better artistry, generally speaking, are not able to. Do you get a better understanding, a better grasp of how that works?
I wouldn't say it's like what you said, boy. Some people probably have less talent and them get bigger push and go farther than somebody who would have more talent.
Yes.
Because at the end of the day, it's not just talent alone.
Yes.
It takes way more than talent.
All right, discipline again is another issue.
Discipline in our space, because as what me said earlier on, we just go into the studio sometime and just sing some song and the engineer just mix it and we just put it out and call it a day. We say we release the song. We don't really do nothing. You know what I mean? The other people them what you mentioned, them have a team of people where each of them probably have one role. So no confusion. So your role is just press this, and your role is to press this, your role is to call she, your role is to call him.
Yes.
So it flow. We out here so now have one somebody will be head cook and buckle washer. The one man will say my manager, my dad, he want to call on stage for the interview. Then he want to call the
And
CD.
the artist is in discipline.
It just boils down to what you want out of music.
All right,
what
sir.
you see and where you see yourself and your music.
Okay. Ultimately, the winners are going to be those who are streaming more than anybody else in the Jamaican dancehall reggae space.
Right.
And that we give some thoughts to. How it's not a lucky thing. It's the kind of music they've done and the work that they've put in out there in the world.
Right, that's so.
Yes? Anyway, I'm not preaching you. So, all right, sir. So, okay. In all of that, now, you're still doing your music and so. I have a new video. Me can't wait to see it.
Yeah.
It's queued up now. You don't see it yet. Let me declare.
Yeah.
So can we look at it right now then?
Yeah, man.
Yes, sir. Let's go.
Clean like a whistle.
Man, clean like a whistle, clean like a whistle, boy. Clean like a whistle, clean like a whistle.
Clean like a whistle. The music of Darrio at our stage.
Yes, man.
Okay, sir. That's a world premiere, by the way.
World premiere, man.
Yes, sir. So here's a clean song.
Yes, man. Big up Arif Cooper.
Let's in love, man. Arif Cooper. He's the producer of this.
Yeah, man. Arif Cooper said me I'll go dance class for the video. Man, pay for dance class.
See?
Man, take producing serious, sir.
Oh, Lord.
Yes,
okay.
Man. Big up Arif.
Big up
right.
Arif. That's the spirit. That's the spirit, Magic. Yeah. More people like him. You know, they need to take on these things.
Yeah.
Not necessarily because they're experts in it, but they should tell an artist that these things are important. Yeah, tell artists that them things are important, Bridget.
Big up Dance Expression to see me, Harville. You know,
Yeah.
was my dance teacher for that video. And I see your
The professor, the dance professor.
I went 2 classes, you know what I mean? And get homework and I have to
What
go
you mean?
and do.
Yes, I, of
You
course.
see me? So now I have one dance so I can do. Clean like a whistle dance.
Oh, good. But you know, people are going to wonder if you played in this record. Did you?
No. Unfortunately, I get a rhythm a long time and I never voice it for some strange reason. I give up and nobody link me back. And one day I find a song and I say, you know, I'm not tell him nothing, I go voice it. I just said it go give. When I said it go give, well excited, and I say, yes! I said, this bad, but you have to voice it over. I said, what? Yeah, man. First part off key and I said, all right, boss.
All
So,
right.
I never play for the song, but hold a nice vibe on it though.
All right, brother. Well, you know, the next thing then is for you to play for us right here.
No, you know, so I don't know nothing to take up my Becky and play something.
Yeah, play something, man.
At the end of the day, we have this, we're upon a journey for like, from May 2020. That's when I got the first guitar. You know what I mean? Before that, I just did form a band and thing. But I tell myself, say, I want to be more involved with the band. Like, when them talk, them say, play 4/5 this progression. And me, Spanish, them talk to me. Sometimes when them tell me, say, oh, you're flat or you're off, I can't relate to what them say because I don't speak the language. You know what I mean? So, I get my Becky and on stage said the moment you quit is the moment you fail. Have to go hard if you want to prevail. Just make sacrifices, day and the night shifts. The most I never will. Yo, in for every day is the same story. Working hard just to stay alive. Hey, I me say nothing good never come easy. And just prepare to fight the fight. Hey Jason, we say keep holding on and never let go. Never let go. Cause every day is a stepping stone. Hey, on stage we say keep holding on and never let go. Never let go. Just make bread with the sweat of your brow.
Ah, bless
Yes,
you,
sir.
sir. That's progress.
Yes, man. Trust me, man.
That is progress, my
Yeah,
Reggie.
man. And it's a joy, man. It's a good investment. Can't tell you
yes.
that much. And it make me a better artist.
Absolutely, should. What's your future looking like now, Darrio? Because you're well equipped now, it appears.
All right. Right now, as me there I talk to you, I have like 6 music videos. This one actually makes 7 when I just drop. I have
really?
6 brand spanking new music videos.
Unreleased?
Unreleased. The songs them unreleased, the videos unreleased.
Whoa.
And me just ready. Me did think Corona thing would have done already. That's why me have all of them there wait. But unfortunately, it look like she gone away. So, what we decide say right now, me and my team, we just do road. So we have me excited about them because a 7 different type of videos.
But that sounds really good too, because
that's
now you can focus on promotion and distribution of your work.
Exactly. So we can stay in one space and just say, all right, this is what we're going to do.
Yes.
This is what we're going to go forward. This is what we're going to do. So that's the focus right now. But as I say, we did think the place that go open up back. So we actually, me and my band have an event what we do every week in New Kingston called Ultimate Thursday Live Night. So the band is the resident band. We don't perform every week. The band perform every week with different artists and things. So we have that to deal with until the lockdown again and things. In terms of shows, nobody not really excited to talk about upcoming shows because we don't know what really are going on. You see me? But I have some people money from Europe from about a year and a half now. So as soon as the place open back, every second they message me, hey, how you doing? You good? And then I check if I'm still alive, you know? So yeah, we have them there a focus pan for the right now. But for right now, we just try to keep safe, keep the family safe, and go and learn.
How is the family?
You know, so the family good. Yeah, my daughter turned 13 this year, so you know what I mean, big up my big daughter now. You see me, big up mums and everybody. You know, I'm a family man. I grounded them way there now. I'm close to my mother, my father, my granny.
And your kids?
Yeah, man. One child I get, man. I'm very close to the whole setting, man.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
Sounds good, youth. You deserve a place.
Yeah.
a higher place.
Yes, a higher place. I will get in there, man. Not no beat time, man. You know?
Aye. Well,
Works,
you sound like that, sir. You're on the right path, in my view.
Yeah,
my humble
definitely, man.
view is this, yes, you ready, Bredrick? But you know, Darrio, Richie Spice is in the building. Yeah. So too is Richie Stephens. They're coming after you.
The greats, them, you know?
And I don't want to put you on the spot, but I'm just wondering if, because you must know their music, you see?
Yes, man.
Spice is going to be coming up immediately after you.
Yeah?
And so what if I ask you to just chomp something for him? Just do a thing for him.
You're
by your guitar.
You hear that nervous laugh there?
Yeah.
Ready, man. Call out the general, man. How you say, man?
For Richie, Spice is in the building. Walk up there, Richie, we can see what can go on there. Yeah. Na 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 na. Na 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 na. Na 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 na. Yes. Na 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 na. Na 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 na. Na 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 na. Say the world is spinning around. Everything is upside down. They show no love for each other. Oh, the world is spinning around and everything is upside down. Oh, I can hear them trumpet sound. Yeah. Yes. See them building nuclear weapons to destroy the population. Oh, look at them today. Leave the people in confusion. Have them living out a free to delusion. Who's gonna save the day? Say the world is spinning around and everything is upside down. They show no love for each other. Oh, the world is spinning around and everything is upside down. Oh, I can hear them trumpets sound. Why don't you wanna free me? Where's the love that you give me? Oh, do you hear my voice today? I want the people to feel happy, but it's so sticky in the city. Won't you hear my cry today? Say the world is spinning around and everything. Yes, sir.
This is great, man.
Dario, you both are now.
Yo, me a guitarist, who can dance. Bless him,
Reggie, that was nice, man.
Yeah, man. Respect.
That is what we call freestyling right here on our stage, and it is totally unplanned. Believe me, it just happened right here on our stage, just like that. Blessings, 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 Dario. Thank you, sir. Thanks again for coming and sharing with us.
Yes, man.
We wish you all the best going forward.
Don't know. Yeah, man.
And we look forward to the projects to come.
Yes, definitely.
Blessed love. So as we said earlier, Richie Spice is next, and later, the tickler, Richie Stephens.
Pure richness.
All coming up. Pure, that's right. Pure richness for our stage. We soon come.
On Stage is brought to you in part by Dream Weekend in New York, August 27 to 29. For tickets and info, visit dreamwkndny.com.
Richie Spice and Yaadcore are on a track together, but is it just a single or the start of something much bigger? Let's welcome to our stage right now the two gentlemen to tell us and to also exhibit the video for the track. Yaad, sir, good to see you, sir. Welcome, sir. And Spice, welcome back, sir.
Yes, man. Give thanks to be forward here right now. As you know, we always give thanks to life, health, and strength.
Yes, sir.
Let every living thing that move it and creep it up on the face of the earth, praise the King right now, our fowl of the year right now. Give thanks to being here, my lad.
And,
yes.
And you did this wonderful thing for us before the break.
Good.
With Darrio.
Darrio, man.
Newcomer to instrument, Darrio.
Yeah, which is so nice, you know, just when, you know, like, a younger artist approaching the music fraternity.
Yes.
And approaching with musical instruments.
Yes.
Which means, you know that the musical instruments are guidance towards the whole vocal. So, it's all good vibes, man. Really.
Yeah, your own connection in music. Just bring us quickly up to date on your own background in the thing.
My father have a sound system. Yeah, I grew up in a Mandeville, so one of the selector them teach me how to DJ. So I DJ from high school. You don't know party dancehall music same way. Forward in Kingston 2008.
Yes.
Link up with Proto like 2010. And then, I start tour with Proto J same way them time there. Playing dancehall same way. And then, 2012, being on the journey of Rastafari, we decide say we not to play certain music again,
Yeah.
So after that foundation they start now, in Jamaica you don't really have certain place for facilitate a DJ where I go play just straight reggae all night, you understand? So Kingston Dub Club I play once a month for like a year. And I decide say alright, I need my own event now. I start an event called Dubwise.
Yes.
That start like 2013. I start tour with the name Dubwise, which was how the name got, international recognition. And 2014, I can remember being on tour with Protégé same way. And, forward into playing reggae music alone. You have a style where them play the song and they play the rhythm. Seeing and that start in Jamaica, but we not really even to do it in Jamaica.
Yeah, that's true, yes.
So when we're there Italy now and I play that style there and we reach chapter 2 now, which is the rhythm version. And we can hear the fans that say, yo, chant a song.
Oh.
You see me? So them time them not really capable of doing that, so that was my first inspiration into want to becoming an artist or being able to toast on the rhythm.
Yeah.
You see me? And then now I discover Mikey Dread, who is a selector. We have the first radio reggae show in Jamaica. Seeing Mikey Dread, him is a producer and him is an artist, same way. So when I see that...
He on JVC Radio.
Right, so when I see that, my limitation into becoming an artist was now broken, you understand? Because I say the general set it already. So 2019 now, I decide to release my first song after producing a song as well, with Kabaka Pyramid and Shanique Marie same way. And then I released my first song as an artist 2019, a track called Ready Now. And I've been releasing tracks steadily from that time. I'm just about to drop this song now with Richie Spice, which is a remix for a song I dropped like a year ago.
It's great to hear that it's that deep,
Yeah.
Especially the kind of music that you embrace, my friend.
Natural. And we have a merchandise collaboration with Diamond Supply from Cali. That's a top, streetwear brand in America.
Okay.
And we have a next collaboration with Blazy Susan, which is our next big, what you call it now, marijuana paraphernalia. So like Rizlan, them thing there, you understand?
Yeah.
So we have merchandise so the item can look out for. That Diamond Supply collab, I'm really excited about that, cause it's a good brand, you get what I say? Natural is a balance.
Yes, we want to see that balance. And when we see young people like you doing it, we're excited because it shows that we're here to stay. So Richie, this your link with him now and this record. What can you tell us about that? How did you get into a collaborative situation here?
Well, the whole situation coming from is one of my brethren from Element Music Group. Send me the song with Yaadcore and introduce me to Iron to Yaadcore.
Yes.
Yeah.
Listen to the song, and see that there's a Rasta youth doing Rasta music. The song is entitled Spliff a Light Spliff.
Yeah.
You know, so I mean, we really jump on board on it because, you know, not just for smoking sake, because you know that herbs, you know, have a lot more meaning.
Yes.
So it was a good vibration, you know, a good feeling, you know, when we hear the song and thing, and you say Rasta, Rasta, you know, herbs, natural vibration. You know, we know that the herbs are not something to play with right now, or something where which mean we think that, you know, ministers and leaders should look into seriously, you know, and try to enhance it in a productive and a progressive way.
Absolutely, and I think sometimes we worry about where them there and how them wait on external forces to guide them, to lead them.
Yeah, and I think what happened, you know, is, you know, we Jamaicans just have this in the back of our mind to say, weed is just for smoking. You light a spliff, you rub up a spliff on the corner, you smoke. You pass that now.
Spliff.
Yeah, I light spliff.
Spliff, I light spliff right now. Spliff, I light spliff right now.
Spliff, I light spliff, so do not fight it. Do not
Spliff, I light spliff, so nobody fight it.
No.
You know what I mean? The music of Richie Spice and the Yaadcore. Bad single. That's right. Real roots.
Yeah, man.
Roots in all its glory, Reggie.
Big up the producer, you know, Micah Shamaya.
Saying?
Yeah, you know, don't know him as a artist who I did tour with in Europe same way. The first dubwise tour I do over Europe and Africa was with Micah Shamaya. And him have that rhythm, him have a song on it like from 5-6 years ago. And him tell me, say, yo, him a go put out the rhythm with some other song. I'm say, yo, but I try after it still, you know. You know, cause you don't know me new in the artist thing, you know, you understand? So I ask him for the rhythm and this my voice it like a year ago or a year and a little bit. And it released last year, as I say. You know, this is like a year since the remix, you know. And we're gonna release it. Just released yesterday, as a matter of fact, the video and everything. So I them can check it out now. You know, we advocate for all of the farmer them, the herb farmer them, not only herb farmer, but, you know, farmers pan a whole, because we can't do without the farmer them.
Yes.
You know, especially in this time where we see the whole
Do you get a vibe that young people are rising in Jamaica to the occasion, so to speak, taking up farming, more of them? I get that vibe.
Yeah, definitely, you know, and as a youth, we never really see that, you understand, you know, the textbook them and them thing there when we see farmers, you know, is a little old man in the textbook and, you know, so as a nation, we need to highlight the farmer them more and kind of inspire the youth them for, you know, if you know want to become a big farmer, have a little garden in your yard same way.
So Richie, this project is one of, I'm sure, many things that you're working on as an artist in demand all over the world. The man who gave us the brown skin, we call him brown skin Richie Spice. Yeah, so that's the thing. Tell us, give us some insights into what's going on.
You know, I keep working, just keep working, playing music, you know, recording. You know, sometimes I do quite a few virtual shows likewise.
Yes.
You know, as you know, we just finished an album, you know, in 2020, it was like COVID-19 gift for the people. Yes, that album together.
2019?
Yeah, 2020, sorry, 2020. Okay. Yeah, Together We Stand, distributed by VP. You know, we're still recording singles. You know, still doing another project with Yaadcore likewise.
I got wind of a potential deal for you to be signed to Yaadcore.
Well, you don't know from who voice the song, where I link with the elements same way. So, you know, we just have one feel the energy same way, and you don't know, you might just get you understand?
Okay.
Yeah.
We might get a confirmation soon.
Yeah. But in the meantime, you don't know where I work. You understand? And I have an album will come out, LP. scene in January. This is going to be one of the songs on it.
Okay.
And then I have like every month, this for the rest of the year, I have a release. You know, I have like 5 videos sit down upon same way. And the album called Reggae Land. Because as you know, we have to represent for Jamaica and reggae music. So Jamaica is the reggae land. So I'm just kind of anxious and excited to share the work with the people, you know, because we make a transition where a lot of ones have not made.
Yes.
You understand? So we give thanks for the support of the people. And you know, everybody where I say Yaadcore same way as an artist, from a DJ, you know, I get no fans same way since I became an artist. Seeing what, but I never know my DJ history same way, so.
Same.
Just quality music, you know?
Raging is a good look and sound.
Give thanks, give thanks, give thanks.
A good look and sound, boss. You know, the music is clearly deep in you, boss, man, and I just can only say congratulations to you.
Yeah, man.
For that transition and for the wider interest that you're taking up around music, Raging, because we need more of that.
That's right.
We need to not only hone, but to also own our craft.
Natural.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, man.
So man like you now, we know it from all sides. It's important that you succeed.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's time now that we see more of this kind of collaboration and taking it to the next level. Label assign, our people, our own label signing and going out there in the world with a better grasp and understanding of how the business work.
The government have a lot to play in that as well, you know. You know, creating more schools and resources that, you know, enhance and teach musical business.
Yes, sir.
You know, we can't be a country like Jamaica, as they say, and when you look, it's only here and there.
Yes.
You know, even in a regular prep school, primary school, we must have more musical programs.
Our programs must be in keeping with who we are in music globally.
Natural.
So our music program cannot be a little borrowed thing from somewhere else.
Or
it
like
has
a
to be
keyboard recorder. Nobody no play recorder when you go up on stage.
Yes.
Why we have recorder classes in a prep school? You understand? Make the youth them play drum and you know, guitar and you understand?
Yes, I.
Natural.
Well, gentlemen, it's such a nice chat with you.
And thanks.
We look forward to all that's coming. It's a good look and a good feeling, Reggie, for see the items still out there in the battlefield, so to speak. And still are carriers, are warriors of the music, and taking it to those who will want to hear it. You know? The music is in good hands. For those of you who are fret like me sometimes, stop fret. Them youngsters, I know what them I do.
Music has tried.
All right, yes, I. All right, so there you have them right here on our stage, Richie Spice and Yaadcore. Next, another Richie Stephens. Wow.
On Stage is brought to you in part by Dream Weekend in New York, August 27 to 29. For tickets and info, visit dreamwkndny.com.
On Stage with Winfred Williams. So much more than entertainment.
Mother and Son, the title of a just released album by Mama Carmen. And son, Richie Stephens, an album that is believed to be the first of its kind in reggae. The son, Richie Stephens,
There's nobody better.
is here on our stage to affirm or delete that belief. right now, sir?
I can't deny or confirm. All I can tell you is that all the musical connoisseurs and the musicologists said they've never seen it before. So I guess we just have to work with that. Do you understand? So
Okay.
pretty much that's what it goes.
But did you do any check in the wider world?
Yeah, but it's not so important to me whether someone do it or not. I'm just glad to know that I've accomplished an album with my mother. Yes.
Okay, so speak of why.
My mother is one of the bona fide singer in my family. A singer that has been a very rated singer in our side of the world, in Westmoreland, particularly in our community called Russia.
Okay.
My grandmother was a great singer as well. My great-grandmother, who I didn't know, was also another great vocalist that I heard so much about. But my mother, she always wanted to be singing, and I always wanted to do a production with her. Our first song was in 1992, almost 30 years ago, or 30 years to be exact. And we did a song called Mama's Blessings.
Yes.
I called her up on stage to sing a Take Me Away one time, and it was well received. So it's been like that. We've done some recordings in between, and then we did a song called Shine. When we did Shine get a nice response from the crowd. It was a big hit in Cayman, so we went to Cayman to do a show. Then after that, we went to Canada. Then after Canada, we went to New York. And so we did the round. But I must tell you this, Winford, it's not so easy to have mama running up and down like that, because mama is mama at the end of the day. And there was always a little hesitation into putting her out there as an artist, because, you know, the music business is wonderful and it's pretty and it's nice, but there are some harsh realities about the music business. So for those of who probably wonder why we never pushed mommy from a long time and so what, I say to all of that, the way it's happening now is exactly the way God wanted it.
But why is she not here with you today?
All right, mama is in New York right now. There's 5 of us, as children, and she share space with us sometimes. She lives in Jamaica with me, but sometimes she might go to New York and spend a few months. So she's in New York right now, and I'm really sorry she's not here, because I know the people would like to hear from her.
Yes.
Not just from me, you know?
Yes, they want to hear from her about having an album.
Yes, sir. Yes.
Sharing an album with her son.
Yes, sir.
Which is making history, it appears.
Well, I tell you, I just can't express or explain enough. I can't find words to explain how happy I am about this. This, to me, is my greatest musical achievement, because this is something 30 years in the making. Understand this, Winford. I grew up with my mother alone, not mother and father. I never knew my father till I was a big man. And ever since I was born, which my mother had me from at a young age, it's me and mama. You understand me? We grew up together basically, because I said she was young when she had me, so we grew up together. And when my mother started having other kids, my desire was to try and get involved in music and try to make a break to help my mother and kids. And the Almighty answered that prayer, and the exact thing that I'm explaining to you now happened. So as soon as I left Westmoreland, where I'm from, and came to Kingston, and in another 2 or 3 years, I got the break, and I sent for mama. So I am in my 50s now, and it's only 2 years mama has ever been out of my life. We've been together ever since. So you can imagine the kind of love and appreciation for mama, and just have mama by my side all these years. And boy, to accomplish this now, to have an album, because let me tell you this, as I say, it's a struggle. Because think about this, there are lots of other artists with mothers that can sing. And for some reason, we don't see it materialize. And I know they love their mothers just like me. So there's a difficulty that involved in things like this. To take mama and to record mama and put out mama, have mama backstage all night and to live the artist life. It's difficult to do. So let me tell you this now. I've always had this in the back of my mind. I need to do something special with my mother, because my mother is a great singer.
Nice.
And one day, sincere, because we're spending all the time at home now based on the corona, and we can't really fly, you know. So I was there thinking to myself and said, hey, I really need to do something with my mother. And there's a song they call the Moses playing on the radio. And I started hearing my mother's voice singing that song. And I went to my mother and said, pitch this note for me. They called her Moses, because that's the highest note in the song. So I wasn't sure at her age she would be able to deliver a song like this. You understand me? So I went to her and asked her to do it, and with a smile she just do it so easy. So easy. So I just go straight for the musician them. I call up Earl Smith, Otney Lewis, Light Parks, all of the foundation reggae greats, and said, come, we need to put this rhythm together. And I remember when I called her in the studio and she voiced the song, Earl Smith was so impressed with her vocals at her age to deliver with such clarity and such conviction and soul. You know, he was blown away. And if a man like Earl Smith feel that way, can imagine how people in general would feel, because Earl Smith is easily one of the most celebrated guitarists. I mean, a man playing One Love, One Heart with Bob Marley, one of the biggest iconic songs. I mean, not to mention Light Parks and the greatness of them people there. So I just decided, hey, the time is now. I'm gonna just go straight into developing this album.
All right, let's take it right here, the song. They called her Moses. We call her Carmen. Mama Carmen. Wow. Sir.
Yes, sir.
Nice.
Oh my God, Winford, I can't explain the feeling. I can't explain.
Yeah.
I can't explain. You know, he's a man of many words, but no, I don't know what to say.
A masterclass of musicians.
Yes.
Around her.
Yes, yes.
Wow.
It's mama, so you want to make sure that it's right. You understand me? So we went for the best people. I mean, when I see Peter Ashburn up there, I see Kirkle Dove on drums, yes. I see Courtney Panton, I've seen Dubwise. You know, all of those people are top musicians who play for some of the best. So we couldn't shortchange it, you know?
Okay, sir. So how is it doing? It was launched last.
Yes. Well, I must tell you, I'm thrilled by the people who are calling me up to express how they feel about especially my mother's performance on the album. I mean, everybody know me already, but my mother to them is new, so people like Sanchez call me up with literally tears in their eyes, no joke business, and say, Richie, me love this, and me touch me, and me feel it. People like Freddie McGregor, Marcia Griffiths, are just some of the people that call me up. Not to mention the people far and wide like David Radigan from England who write me a personal letter to tell me how I feel about this. People from, oh my gosh, I can't begin to tell you. All the people, you know, Big A, my good friend. I mean, he know me over the years, but when him get this album in him hand, he call me up and the things that him said to me it's just amazing. So I think it's really touching people, and this is what it's about for me. I mean, we can't forget the business. We want it do well and we want it sell, but you know, both myself and mother really was very interested in inspiring people through music, because this is mother and son now. We're not just it's not a fly-by-night thing. We have to choose the material, wisely.
How many tracks?
14 tracks. And the track that opened the album called Mother and Son, a family that prays together. A family that prays together, always gonna stay together. God is just the greatest, let thy will be done. A family that loves one another, always will look out for each other, living in a oneness, like this mother and son. And I must say big up to Casanova, the Fab Five lead singer. We wrote that song together.
What else is on it?
There are some songs that we did a few years ago, like Mama's Blessing, Shine is on it. We did a version that a lot of people are talking about called In the Ghetto, Candy Staten song. We did a version of that. That is, a lot of people been talking about that. You just have to get the album, people. I mean, I can't sit here and tell you how great the album is. That is not my style. You're gonna have to purchase the album, listen it for yourself, and then you can feel what you feel and play what you want to play. It's best to do it that way.
Okay, so we have another track.
There's nobody better. Whatever I was missing, girl, I found it in you. Things getting sweeter. Something about the energy between me and you. I'm so electrified. I'm loving this joyride. Heaven must be on my side. Girl, you know I die for you. The way you ride with me, you're my ride or die. Bona fide, more than a part of me. Girl, you know I die for you. The way that you ride with me, you're my ride or die. Bona fide. There's no complication. Can't you see we're bonding like a Siamese twin? Yeah, there's no separation. People try to fight us, but they will never win. They'll never come between, 'cause I won't let them in. Baby, gave you my heart with everything. Girl, you know I die for you. The way you ride with me, you're my ride.
So that's it, another track from the album. This one is titled Ride or Die. And the beautiful lady in it, well, sir, who is she?
Bernadette, my wife.
Oh, yes.
How could I leave Bernadette out of this? Wow. You see, let me start with Mama Carmen. I can't stop big up this lady. I love her so much because I grew up with my mother, as I explained earlier, and we just grew up really close.
Yes.
So as I grow older, I start to get to understand certain things about life. One of the lessons is that, as some people try to tell me, is that a wife and a mother in the same environment is a very difficult task. I'm sitting here to tell you that I'm one of the luckiest men in the world then, because when I met Bernadette and introduced her to my mother, immediately it was like a mother-daughter relationship. And 25 years after that, it's still like that. So my mother taught me how to love my wife, because by her teachings and steadfastness in principle and belief, I've learned all of that from her. So when I met Berna and realized the quality in this woman, we married, and from then, we've been there. So I would credit my mother for teaching me how to respect and protect women in general. So there's a lot of love into my family. That's why I consider myself a very lucky man. So this song on the album is dedicated to Bernadette, and I beg her to please come in the video, because what I'm singing is no joke thing. What I'm singing is real. So it's difficult to do this video with another woman. You understand? And she agreed, and I just want to say on national TV, thank you very much, Bernadette.
I would like to say big up, Bernie. That was good, fantastic. The album is out and doing well. The response has been overwhelming.
The response is just too much, Virgin.
Okay, so
it seemed to me like it's doing what myself and my mother was thinking, giving people inspiration, especially in a time where we're going through dark times. If you check the comments on the various social media platforms, people are saying they're inspired by this. You know, some people, some other artists have said, boy, my mother can't sing to you, boy, we're going to do something and all these things. So it's nice. It's a nice feeling. And even though my mother's not here right now, she's in New York, we talk on the phone every day and we talk about the wonderful things. And, you know, her heart is glad. And that is one of the things that I'm so satisfied about, because she realized her dream. She'd do an album with her son.
Yes.
You understand? And it just overwhelming. Me feel so good about it, boy. If I hold back the tears right now, still, but
no, you can feel free to shed. but there may be a tour in the work.
People understand this. I will not try to make money influence me in doing what I know I should not do.
Okay.
Because to travel 10 hours to Europe, for argument's sake, or 14, 15 hours to Brazil after traveling and stopovers and so, or 20 hours to Japan. That is just fitting for a young person.
15 hours in a bus.
Yeah, there you go. You know, so I'm not saying that we will not pick an occasion or two to go and sing. But to have mama on tour like how everybody has said, Richie, tour next, and so it is not as easy. It is not as easy. So we just want to make sure we do the right thing through this, the blessings of the Almighty. Yes.
Well, sir, may the Almighty continue to bless you and Mama Carmen, the rest of the fam, Bernadette and all, and the children and all that.
Yes.
Looking good, sounding good, all good.
Yeah, man.
You're a lucky man.
Sure, man. I'm you know, big up the family. You know, it's never easy to do this. All of the musicians, them big up on yourself. A whole heap, so I can't mention everybody, but big up on yourself. All the engineers, the musicians, big up each and everyone that participated on this album. Mama, I love you, I love you, I love you. All my family, Bernadette, thanks for being in the video. Kyron Hunter, love all my family, and boy, I accomplished this dream, and I say it's my biggest musical achievement yet. So thank you, Father God. Blessings always. So I also want to say a lot of love and thanks to two friends that my mother grew up with, Stuffy and Birdie. Birdie is no longer with us. She deceased, you know, may God rest her soul. But Stuffy, I know that your heart is glad right now, because for years and years and years and years you've been waiting for this. And now it's accomplished, and I know that you're happy. So bless you, Stuffy. I know I see her laugh. All right, Stuffy.
Well, you know, from me to Mama Carmen. Mama Carmen, I would like to say to you that you have just affirmed that it's never too late to live your dream. And that's our show for this week. Winford Williams, on behalf of all of us, thanking you for joining us. Do join us again next week for so much more than entertainment. Thanks for watching our video. Please click subscribe and be on our stage anywhere, anytime, always.